Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping into a really fascinating city in Central Europe, Ceske Budejovice.
That's right. You probably know it better by its German name, Budweis.
Exactly, Budweis. And that dual identity, that name, is kind of central to the whole story, isn't it? It hints at the history and, well, the conflict we want to unpack.
It really does. Our mission here is to give you the full picture. We're talking 750 years of Bohemian history, some absolutely stunning Baroque buildings.
It's beautiful, yeah.
And crucially, this deep-rooted brewing tradition that sparked one of the longest and frankly most intense commercial fights in the world.
It's not just about looking at nice architecture then. It's history bumping right up against global business.
Absolutely. Global corporate warfare, really.
So just to place it for everyone, Ceske Budejovice is south of Prague. About 120 kilometers, maybe 75 miles.
Yeah, roughly that. Founded way back in 1265 by King Ottokar II, strategic spot right where the Vltava and Mlečay rivers meet.
And it's getting more attention now too, isn't it? I saw it was named European Capital of Culture for 2028.
That's right. So definitely a place on the upswing. But yeah, the main event, the reason it's known worldwide.
The beer.
Budweiser. This is the original home. We'll definitely get into that whole saga, the legal stuff. But first, let's explore the city itself.
Okay, sounds good. So the city center, you mentioned Baroque, and that really hits you when you arrive, especially the main square.
Náměstí Vymysla Otakara II. It's huge, like a whole hectare, easily one of the biggest squares in the Czech Republic.
Wow, and it's lined with these colorful old merchant houses.
Yeah, 48 of them. It's this amazing mix of Baroque and Renaissance buildings, and they all have these arcades on the ground floor.
Oh, right, the arcades. Gives it a really unified look, I imagine.
It does. Very symmetrical, very grand. Right smack in the middle. You can't miss Samson's Fountain.
Ah, yes, the big Baroque fountain. Samson and the Lion, wasn't it? Dates from the 1720s. That's the one. Iconic. But, speaking of things on the ground level in the square, there's this little detail, the fading stone.
Fading stone. Okay, what's the story there? Sounds ominous.
Well, it supposedly marks where some conspirators were executed way back when. They'd apparently killed a town crier.
Oof.
And the local legend, people still talk about it, is that if you step on that specific stone after 10 o'clock at night, you'll just wander the streets all night long, totally lost, until the morning comes.
Ah. Okay, note to self. Watch where you step after 10 p.m. A kind of built-in curfew.
Sort of, yeah. But beyond the square, you also see bits of the city's older, more defensive past.
Like the fortifications?
Exactly. There's a Gothic Iron Maiden Tower, part of the 14th century walls. And for atmosphere, the Holy Trinity Church is worth seeing.
That's the 16th century one.
Yes, but it's famous for these amazing 18th century frescoes inside by František Jakub. Really detailed work.
So you get this blend of grand Baroque and then these older, maybe slightly darker elements. You do. And it reminds you it was a key medieval city, protecting trade routes and, interestingly, protecting those early brewing rights, too.
Ah, the brewing connection again.
Always comes back to the beer. Actually, if you're into the grimmer side of history, there's a place called Solness at Biskupska.
What's that?
It's this underground museum. It used to be a salt house, I think. And, they display medieval torture devices.
Oh, wow. Okay, sobering is probably the right word.
Definitely gives you a sense of what medieval justice or injustice could look like.
Right. Now, if you want to get above all that, literally, where should you go for the best view?
That has to be the Black Tower. It's right next to St. Nicholas Cathedral, 16th century.
And I hear there's a bit of a climb involved.
There is. 225 steps, I believe. But honestly, the view from the top is worth it.
What do you see?
You get this amazing panorama, all the red-tiled roofs spread out below, the whole historic center, and then the Bohemian countryside rolling away in the distance. It's pretty special.
Sounds incredible. You really get a sense of the place from up there, I bet.
You do. You see how compact the old town is, but also you appreciate it as a cultural center. The sources we looked at generally say you need about 2 days to really see the main sites comfortably.
Yeah, it seems like more than just a pretty old town. It's got cultural institutions too, right? The South Bohemian Theater.
And the South Bohemian Philharmonic. Plus, they do things like the Art in the City exhibition each year.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Sculptures just out in the streets and parks.
Yeah, integrating modern art right into the historic setting. It's a nice touch.
And there's a big regional museum too?
The Museum of South Bohemia, yeah. Housed in this rather grand neo-Renaissance building from around 1900. Focuses on regional history, culture, the usual stuff, but done well.
And it seems like a good jumping-off point for exploring the area. I saw something about a nearby UNESCO site.
Ah, Budejovice. Yes, you have to mention that. It's only about 16 kilometers away.
What makes it UNESCO-worthy?
It's this tiny village, but it has this perfectly preserved ensemble of, I think, 23 rural Baroque farmsteads. They call it South Bohemian Folk Baroque. It's like stepping back in time. Really unique.
Oh, okay. Definitely a side trip to consider. Now, before we get to the main course, the beer. Let's talk food. What should you eat if you're visiting Ceske Budejovice?
Well, you'll find all the Czech classics, of course. Roast pork with dumplings and cabbage.
Can't go wrong there.
Fried cheese, smažený sír. But given the region's history with fish farming, lots of ponds around there.
Ah, so fish is big.
Carp, especially. Carp baked in cream is a real local specialty, particularly around Christmas.
Interesting. Anything else uniquely regional?
Definitely try the dill pickle soup. Koprva polivka. It sounds a bit strange maybe, but it's this tangy, creamy, really hearty soup.
Dill pickle soup. Okay, I'm intrigued.
And you should try the local fruit brandies too. Slivovus from plums or maybe pear or apricot brandy. They make good use of the local fruit.
You know, that focus on local ingredients, the water, the fruit, the grain, it feels like a perfect transition.
It really is, because the quality of the local water, the local barley, that's precisely why this lovely city is at the center of a massive global fight over a name.
Right. Let's dive into it. The centuries-old battle for Budweiser.
Okay, so it all boils down to geography and history. Like we said, brewing rights go back to 1265.
Wow, that far back.
Yep. And when the city was part of the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the official name was Budweis. So naturally, beer made in Budweis was called Budweiser beer. Beer from Budweis. Simple enough, right?
Seems logical. But then
Came the Americans. Anheuser-Busch, which is now part of the giant AB InBev. They started brewing their Budweiser in St. Louis, Missouri, back in 1876.
Wait, 1876? That's actually before the main Czech brewery we know today got started, isn't it?
It is, by about 20 years. Budejovice Pivovar, or Budvar as we know it, wasn't formally founded until 1895.
Okay, so Anheuser-Busch used the name first, technically speaking, even though it wasn't from Budweiser. Their slogan is the king of beers.
Right.
Right.
That's their line. But Budvar's argument is equally strong, maybe stronger depending on how you see it. They say, look, we're in Budweis. The name belongs to the place.
And they have some official backing for that.
They do now. In 2004, the EU granted them PGI status, protected geographical indication.
Like champagne or Parma-Ham.
Exactly like that. It means to be called Budejovice Pivo, or Budweiser Budvar within the EU, it must use water from local aquifers and Czech malt and hops. It ties the name legally to the geography.
And their slogan plays on that history, too.
Oh, yeah. If AB InBev is the king of beers, Budvar calls itself the beer of kings. A nice little dig.
So beyond the names and slogans, what's the actual difference in the bottle if you tasted them side by side?
Oh, huge difference. Budvar, the Czech one, is a traditional lager. It's all malt, just barley malt, no other grains.
Okay.
And crucially, it's properly lagered, stored cold for at least 90 days. That develops the flavor, makes it smooth. Beer fans talk about its rich maltiness, maybe a hint of vanilla, a nice floral hop character from Saaz hops.